Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in on my channel, Creating in the Waiting. Today I have a flip through for you guys. It is the 4-signature flip-flop journal that I've been working on with the line dot arrow digital kits, ForgetMeNots and the Spring Blues, which I will link in the description box below, as well as her link tree so that you can have her Etsy shop, as well as the different Facebook groups that participate in all the different challenges. So I would love for you guys to be a part of that. My group is on board with that as well, and I will link my Savage Art Facebook group in the description box below. So we put this base together, and I did a little bit with you guys. I did a little bit, she's beautiful. I did a little bit in my Facebook group as well on lives, so I would love for you to hop over there. I am so pleased with the way that she turned out. I love the little cameo charm on her closure. The closure is lace and a sari silk ruffle. Here was our Savage Take 5 where we did mini envelope belly bands or side pieces, and here I just did it as a journal topper. So we have one signature here, and then we have 3 signatures here. I made her a beaded pen. I love the way the pen came out this morning. She's 180-ish pages. I like to keep them pretty eclectic as much as I can. That's something that I'm working on. The base is made with envelopes. They are not junk mail envelopes. I have a hard time with the junk mail ones. I just don't feel like they're as sturdy enough. Here's a little paper pen that we made, and I just put it in our little secret pocket here. Got just a little altered playing card there. And then, of course, you can tuck more papers and stuff back there if you wish. Now, she is made with, of course, those 2 digitals, custom made ephemera. So when I get to that, I will kind of explain some of that. And then I have vintage music sheets, vintage recipes, vintage book pages, custom made vellum, and then straw paper from Italy. 3 of them I have embossed, 1 I did not. She does get sewing around all of the pages, and then I do go through and put snips of washi. I did that with you guys in the creating of the signatures. Here she has a little bit of sari silk ruffle. I am such a fan of these little punches here, and I get these papers from Two Sister Jam. She, of course, has our collaged index cards, and I just sewed this book page as a pocket here. And then again, the washi. I have printed this image onto vintage ledger paper, and I got this from Kate Marshall. I purchased a ledger from her in one of her live sales. I love this paper, and I'm completely out of it. This is the straw paper from Italy, and then here is one of our little scrappy strips that I made with you guys. I am absolutely loving using up my scraps. I love this cotton like artisan paper here. I try to incorporate it in most of my journals if I have it. If not, then obviously I can't use it. I just pinned this Serenity Prayer on here because the blues, I thought it was beautiful, and I love the Serenity Prayer. Here I made this library card, so I have blank library cards that I print out, and then I find an image, I create an image, I do whatever I want with the image, and then I print the image onto the library card by running the library card, guest checks, doilies, etc. through my printer. So that's how I do that. And then I've just backed and sewed around it, put a cute little whale tail there and a charm dangle. Do one thing every day that scares you. I love, love, love doing my playing cards like this. And I'm loving the gold gilding. So here I printed one of the digital images onto a guest check, and then I put this little Forget-Me-Not quote poem on there. And this is, of course, some vintage ledger. I do believe I got this from Two Sister, almost certain this is Two Sister Jam. And then this is just tea-stained stenciled paper, and then my custom doily and the beading at the bottom. So I took an image from the line dot arrow digital from Spring Blues, and I put it on my doily by running it through my printer. Here I did one of the Spring Blues collage images, and I just ran 3 of my guest checks through the printer and put that image onto them and did the cute little sewing around it. I am a huge fan of these little tiny paper clips, so I try to incorporate them as much as I can. Little, I will be with you through the deep waters. It's one of my favorite scriptures. Forget me not, thank you for the memories. Cute little whale tail up there, just some stenciled paper on the back, and then another one of our little altered playing cards. straw paper. And then here I did one of our little flip out belly bands. And then of course this is a tuck as well. And I just like to slide these in and out. So I just made this handmade little tag here with vintage music sheets. I like to leave music sheets a lot of times on the back, so I have double backed this, meaning, that's probably not the right term, but I have glued the two music sheets together. I've done that with you guys to make it sturdy. And then here I just used a crumpled up sack, and I just wanted to kind of leave it like that. Some cheesecloth, some of the digital paper, and then that lovely poem there. And then I like, you know, just kind of scrappy, messy tag toppers, if I do tag toppers at all. That's how I like mine, so you do you, boo-boo. Printed that image onto the vellum. Why do I keep calling that vellum? Ledger. So this is a Reader's Digest paper, and I actually really like the way that looks. So, and then here I just took a blank hairpin, and then I had this as a safety pin, and I just popped that butterfly off and popped that one on there to make a little altered hairpin that I like utilizing as paper clips or to pin stuff in your journal, you know. And then here it says, she sees in black and white, thinks in grays, but loves in color. So I absolutely love doing collage index cards. And then here we have just a snip and then one of our little corner huggers up here. I love that. So I just took my bin of literal scrap pieces of lace and created these. That was like the funnest I've had in a while. Some custom vellum. And those are tucks. You can put something back there. And then here I have a library card. So I did use one of my little transparent stickers here, and I liked the little pop of purple. So little charm blingy on the whale tail, and of course backed and sewn around. And then here we have a vintage place card. I don't really think it's a calling card. I'm not really sure what you would call it. I call it beautiful. So, and then this flips out. And then here we come to the second signature. Look at this paper. Isn't it gorgeous? And just the way I wrapped this one around. Y'all saw me do it. Y'all did it with me. Came out beautiful. Vintage music sheets. Oh, are you stuck there? What's going on? Oh no, that's the whole thing. Pretty sturdy. Just did a little sari silk there. Got a custom printed sack, and then just scrap pieces of paper here for a little just scrappy writing notepad. I love this recipe because that image was so cute. Got the recipes from Two Sis. Love that. So printed that image onto the guest check. That was one of my favorite digital images out of the ForgetMeNots. And then I just did this ForgetMeNot image on there, and it's so cute. And I just tore it and glued it on there. And then that is one of our little scrappy corner huggers. That's one of my favorite ones. That's so beautiful. Embossed straw paper, one of my little shabby clusters down at the bottom just for some page embellishment. Stained paper. Beautiful. I love the way she came out. I'm super pleased with her. What's this? Okay. And then we have the center there, some stained paper. Custom ledger, the artisan cotton paper, and some stained paper. I love this tag. I was gonna tuck it back there, but it just couldn't be hidden. So I didn't even want to put a topper on that one. It just came out so beautiful with the corrugated cardboard. I don't know, it's just so beautiful to me. Life is a flower for which love is the honey. Forget me not. And then here we have a little hidden paper clip. And then I loved the way that this index card came out. I did it on a live yesterday when we were mass making just some bases to things. I went ahead and made up a few. And I wanted to hoard that one, but this one needed something else, and it was perfect for there. We have a custom pocket. And then that's going to flip out. I am worthy of the time that it takes to do the things that heal my heart. Remember that. This flips out, and then we have our third signature here. And then up here, We have a secret writing spot, so that'll pull all the way out, and it has some stenciled paper in there for your writing. And then you'll see what's back here. We have a vintage music sheet, and then here I don't like to do a whole bunch of busyness in the signature because I want it to tuck in pretty nicely. But I did do some little shabby clusters. I'm hoping that you are seeing all of this. And then I love the way that these guest checks came out. Super beautiful. And then of course the time or the playing card. Sometimes I'll alter those further, but for the most part, when they look so beautiful like that, I don't like them to be very busy. That's just personal preference. The flow of this journal came out so beautifully. Beads down at the bottom. I love that doily. I wasn't really sure, but we went with it. Some of these are the spring blues. The two digitals worked very well together. So another one of the guest checks. We have some custom vellum there. Stained paper. So I printed that image onto the back of the stained paper, and then this will do that little fun goodness. A dream with a purpose is ambition. And then that will fold in like so. And then here we have our writing board, but that's going to be what the back of her looks like. I love this writing board, and it will pop underneath a piece of paper. So say like you're wanting to write, but it's not smooth enough. But I'm going to be honest, my journals, I don't like doing a whole bunch of bulky stuff that's going to hinder you from working and writing in the journal. And then I'm constantly always looking for a hard surface to write on in general. So those are just super helpful. And then here was the first week challenge where we made a, oh my gosh, a typesetter memory page. And I just turned mine into a secret pocket. And I just put some little dried flowers in there and did some collaging down at the bottom. Super cute. Little clusters came out so cute this morning. They were a lot of fun to make. And here, just a little scrap notepad, a little scrappy strip that we made. Probably going to be doing some mask making this weekend as I'm starting my purple journal. That came out so beautiful. So it was a blank library card, and I just took that Forget-Me-Not image and put it on there. Little corner hugger there, which I really want to make up some, but I like doing them all according to my journal, or if I'm doing bundles, and I like to do those a lot. I like putting together little bundles for the group as a raffle. And then that custom guest check, and then another little custom pocket with playing card and scrap notepad. Lots of, the flow is just beautiful. And then we have another one of our little secret writing spots. Wait, I didn't sew that in. Okay, good. I'm glad I noticed that. So what I'm gonna do is actually take that through my sewing machine. My paper wasn't where I needed it to be when I stitched. So I will do a running stitch up here to make sure that that's in. So I'm glad I actually pulled that completely out of the pocket. It happens. Let me put that back in there for now. Well, actually, there's really no point because I'm going to take it out. But it does go back in there with ease. I don't want y'all to think that it doesn't, so I will show you. Or you can shimmy, 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 and it'll go in. Watch me struggle, struggle, struggle on the struggle bus because I'm doing this. But you see, it'll go in just nicely, and there's a couple pieces for writing. But again, I will, sometimes I'm not mindful of where the paper is up there, and it happens, and I have to go back through and either glue or stitch that paper in. So it is what it is. I hope that you guys enjoyed this flip through, that you were inspired. She will be off to her forever home later on today. I did raffle her in my group this morning, and wow, I don't know where that bead came from. It scared me though. It wasn't on my journal because I didn't use those beads. So, all right guys, that is her. I hope you are inspired. Create beautiful things and what brings you joy. Bye for now, guys.